Today I'm going to show you that how you can solve the question remove duplicates from the sorted array. You just read on the question, don't look at the solution part, just read on the question. That you are given an integer num sorted in non-decreasing order, means in increasing order, removes the duplicate in place. In place meaning, see, it is even given that in place algorithm that operates directly on the input or data structure without requiring extra space. So you can't create one extra space. You can't think of that you are going to create a separate array and in that you can store the value if the value is not equal. I will clear you each and every word which is written over here so that if your mind could go in that way, like in looking for that solution, you can go for even next level. Okay. So duplicates in place such that each unique, and keep this in mind, which is written duplicate in place such that each unique element appears only once. The relative order of elements should be kept the same. Now consider the number of unique elements in M to be k. After removing duplicates, return the number of unique elements k. The first means you have to return on the size of the array which you create after removing all the duplicate elements. And the first k element of num should contain the unique numbers in sorted order. Okay. And the remaining means the elements can be placed in any order. It needs to be sorted, and it is given that the sorted array is also there. The remaining elements beyond index k minus 1 can be ignored. Matlab, are you getting, like, suppose if k I will explain this point also. Remaining elements should be ignored. Now the judge will test your solution with the following code. Expectation, the answer, correct length. Now see, let me explain you. It is written 1, 1, 2. So output is given as 1, 2. 1 is common, means 1 is the duplicate. So we added 1 once only. After that 2 got printed over here, and then the space gets left for the next one. So it is 1 and 2, right? And it is saying that if in the array after 2 if any elements remain, then they can be ignored, because you can only send the size and after that it can be ignored whatever the element after that is written. So this is all about the question. Moving on to the explanation part, that how to think. So first of all, you know what I believe, that when you get the lead code question, don't get panicked that what the question is asking, what the thing is going on, I'm not able to get it. Don't look upon those things. Okay. First of all, we are solving, once again, we are solving for the remove duplicates, right? So I need to clear you out that if you get the lead code question, what is the thing which needs to means what is the thing which you have to think upon, and then you have to create the solution, right? Where it had gone. Okay, let me write it once again. Let me write it once again. Wait a second, sorry for the disturbance. So here the question is remove duplicates. So now the first thing after looking the lead code question, what should come in your mind? That first of all you just read the question very carefully. As I emphasized at one point also that what the question is saying, and so in place is written, you can ignore the elements, so just catch the points. Okay, so first of all you need to understand the question, okay. Now moving on to the next part. After understanding the question, what you needs to be done, never wait for the perfect approach in DSA. For example, as you don't wait in life also that when the perfect time is going to come, or when the perfect opportunity I'm going to get, then only I'm going to get take that opportunity. So it would never come. You would realize that the opportunity came, gone, you didn't even realize it. Okay, so you need to just, whatever you are getting in life, the small opportunity, this and in the similar manner, whatever you are getting in the lead code question, even the small hint which you are getting, try with that. When you start trying with that now, then you will at means instead of sitting at one place, you will reach where you could optimize it and you will get the result. DSA is very similar to the life. What I realize is this. Okay, so now the second thing is start. Just you need to start with small hint also. And by practice, what will happen, that when you are going to sit in the interview or anywhere you are going to sit, you will realize that you have practiced your so much time that the approach starts coming by itself. Okay, now removing duplicate. Let's take the example of the array which is given over here only. Let's take 0 0 1 1 1 2 2 3 3 4. Why I'm taking it, I'll like I have to take one array na. Let's take it that only. So the array is the array is now let's write the array over here. So this is the array, and what is the question? It is 0. Why it is so thick, guys? Wait a minute. Let's reduce its thickness. Okay, now it will be better. Now it is good. 0 0 and triple 1 it is given. So 1 1 1, and don't just sit ideally. Okay, when I'm writing the question, apply your brain. That what you could do. 2 3 3. Let's create this much only. Okay, so now first of all, try to get the hint from the question. It is given that it is written in the sorted manner. Okay, got it, sorted manner. Now in the coding questions, if a small hint is also given that it is in the sorted manner or whatever, and if you are not utilizing it, that means that you have not reached to the optimized approach. Okay, so now moving ahead, this is 0 0 1 1 2 2 3. So the very simple approach that might come in your mind also, and it might come in my mind also, that if it is written over here in place, means the question has asked me that don't create a separate array. But if I would have created the separate array, suppose I would have created the separate array over here like this. Wait a second. Oh, let me erase it. Okay, now if I would have been at your position, no, what the thing would have come in my mind would be this, that let me first create the copy of this array. Okay, oh sorry, stay over here. Okay, let me create the copy of this array and let me paste it over here. I know some elements will be missing. Okay, I'll construct the above border I'm going to give it. No issue with that. Okay. So see, when the concept of separate array comes, no, that separate array is written over here or something like that. When the concept of these things comes, one second guys, first of all let me construct the array. It's disturbing otherwise. Okay, now it's much better. Yes, yeah, let me erase it, this also, and you would soon realize that I'm erasing it, but because I know the reason behind erasing. Okay, now moving ahead. See, so I created, if I'm going to create a separate array, what I would have done, I would have written the for loop, okay, and for loop is going to iterate in the entire array, like for int I equals to 0, and I would give it to I greater than n, and I plus plus for iterating it in the entire array, and I would have written 0 means at the first position the thing would have written in this manner only, because the first element needs to be get stored. It doesn't matter whether the next element gets replicated or something like that. So I have written 0. Now for I equals to 1, I'm going to start from I equals to 1 to I greater than n minus 1 I'm going to write. Okay, and then I would have written that to check that if this array, if array of I minus 1 equals to not equals to array of I, then you in the separate array what you do, that new array I equals to array of I if it is not equal. So new array of index, I would have created a separate index any variable, and I would have started it with 1, and because in the first two I have stored it, and I would have started with 1, and I would have what I would have done, that I would have always compared with the previous element, and if the previous element and the next element is not same, then you do index plus plus, and at that index you store the element. So it is going to check in the manner that okay, new array of I minus 1 which is 0, and new array of I which is 0, both are same, don't store it. So new array of index remains as it is 1, because I have not done index plus plus. Then moving to the next element, now I had become 2. Now 1 is going to be compared from the 0, is the new array of index, and I minus 1 is the same. So is the new array of index and I minus 1 is same. New array of I and I minus 1 is same. No, it is not same this time. So new array of index is going to store which element, whether the new array of I minus 1 or new array of I. It is going to store the element of new array of I, because it is clear from the above example only. At the 0th element I have stored it, for the first element I was checking it, for the second element now I am going to check. So it is going to store the new array of I, and now index have become plus plus. Plus plus means it shifts to the second element. Now it is going to compare in the same manner, new array in the same manner it is going to compare that whether this array is new, now it has become, I has become first, second, now I had become 3. Is the element at third position and the second position is the same? Yes, it is same. So okay, don't store it, just move ahead. Now I plus plus, it moves to the fourth position, and it is going to compare from the fourth position and the third position. So it is, the element is the same over here also. It can be seen that the element is same. So what you have to do further, when you see that the element is same, what you have to do further? So you are going to say that okay, don't fill the new array, move to the next element. Now array became 5, and now I has moved to 5, right? And it is going to compare that is the 5th element and the 4th element is the same. So it is going to say no, this time it is not same. So what you are going to do, that you are going to new array of index, which is for the second element, and now what you are going to do, that okay, you store new array of index equals to I. So 0 first, second. So the second number also gets stored over here. Now moving to the next approach. Not next approach. Moving at the next step. Now index plus plus would have also been done. So after edex plus plus, what it would happen, that it is going to compare with this element. Now is the new array of edex and new array of I and I minus 1 is same? No, it is not same. Okay, so store it. Just store it in my new array of edex has became third. So store it on the third element and edex plus plus again. So now this time it is going to store for the fourth element. Now for the fourth element, it is going to check that is the new array of edex, and I'm going to run for the entire I greater than n. I'm so sorry. Before this, I have said that I'm going to run it to the n minus 1. No, I'm going to run for the entire n. Now, because if I would have done that I plus 1, if I would have checked, then in that case, I would have written that I would iterate to third means to this index only. Fifth one to the before the last one, because I plus 1 is already going to cover it. So now check it is the same, don't store it. So therefore we got what we got that the element is 0 1 2 3, this much. And what you are going to realize that my edex has became 4, right? So I'm going to, for the size part, what I'm going to do, I'm going to return the edex only. That okay, you return the edex only, because in edex, whenever we were getting the same element, we were increasing it, right? And when we increased in every case, so it would have become 1 2 1 2 3 4, and edex would have became 5, right? Edex would have became 4, and I am going to return edex plus 1, because you know the very case, because index we are in the array starting from 0. So I'm going to return edex plus 1. But now the approach, like I got the, see, even in the question it was when you are not getting anything. So even in the question it was saying that never use in means always try to do in place. Like you are not going to create and use extra space. Here I have created a separate array, new array, and I am using the extra space. But in the question it is said that you don't have to use the extra space. But when I use that logic also, if I'm not getting anything, so what happened that now what happened that it's okay, I have used it. But what happened that I got a little bit hint now that I'm going to run my array in this manner, like for I equals to 0, I greater than n, I'm going to run in this manner, and I'm always going to get the things compare. The only thing now I have to remove is that I have to remove any case, by any means I have to remove the separate array which I have created. So this comes inside your mind. Now, meanwhile, I got one more approach. So this was my first approach, which in the question it is already asked that don't use it, but for getting hint I have used it. If you don't know anything, just try. Just start. Never you look for the video solution starting only. If you are thinking that you are becoming smart, you are saving time, you are doing nothing. Trust me, I have gone to that loop, and thank to God I have realized it after doing one question only. When I fought now, when I applied my brain to a particular question for half an hour, and for a question for which I haven't applied any brain, I haven't applied. Like I literally jumped to the video solution after looking that it's not going to be solved by me. So what I realized, there was a huge difference. I had not remembered that solution for even a longer time. Neither I realized the approach which it was using, neither I analyzed the pros and cons. It was like I was a dump, just knowing that solution only. And when in the interview also you are going to solve in this manner, means you are not going to use the things which is already in the question said that don't use it. But when you are not getting, I would suggest use it. Then you are going to use it, and then you are going to get the approach in, like here how you got that I need to only move the new array. I can compare in this manner. So that comes inside your mind. And one more approach came in my mind. Have you heard about the set? And guys, in the VS Code only, you do one thing. The approach which I have told, that I trade for I equals to 0 and all, you run on the VS Code only, okay? And because it's very important for you. Suppose if you are not getting this only after knowing the solution, you are not getting how to write code for that, it's a huge shame for you. Honestly speaking, it's a shame. Like you have jumped to DSE, you are not knowing how to express in the language only. after knowing the logic. Okay, so I would suggest you that you run in the VS Code and you write in this manner: for I equals to from 0 to I move to n, from first element to the nth element, for and the new array of 0th element, fix the array of 0th element, assign that value, and then you run the code for I equals to 1, so I greater than n and I plus plus, and apply the if condition that if array of I is not equals to array of I minus 1, then you do new array of I equals to array of I and do new array of edex. Edex is a separate variable which I am creating for the 0th element, for the different elements of the new array, and then I am doing edex plus plus. Okay, so apply that, and then at the last return edex plus 1, edex plus 1. Okay, so in this manner you apply that. Now moving ahead, one more thing comes inside my mind: can't I use set data structure? Set data structure means, are you getting that what I will do now, that I will travel to I equals to 0, from I equals to 0 and I greater than n, in the same manner which I have done before, but I am going to start from I equals to 0, I greater than n, and I would go to I plus plus. And don't judge on this writing, because it's writing is difficult on this board. Okay, so I equals to 0, and it's not bad. If you have to understand the logic, you will get it. And I equals to 0, I greater than, and I plus plus. Now I'm going to create a set data. You could be knowing about the set data structure. What will happen in the set data structure? No, that set data structure only stores the unique element. If I'm running my code for the I equals to 0, I greater than n, and like this is the 0th index. Not this one. This is the 0th index. This one is the first index. This one is the second index, third index, fourth index, fifth, sixth, and sixth, and then the seventh one. And now when the loop is going to iterate from I equals to 0 to I greater than I equals to 7, I plus plus, it is going to be done. So in the set part, what will happen? Only the unique elements get stored over here. So what will happen, for the first time when the loop runs, 0 got stored. Now for the next time when it became 1, it is going to see that, okay, are you getting the same element? Am I getting the same element? Yes, you are getting the same element set. You are getting 0 only. So okay, I am not going to store. Set declined it. Then it moved to the next position and said that it is 1. Okay, I am not having 1. I am going to take it. So it is going to take 1. And after 1, for the next element, 1 again, 1 I am getting. No, I am not going to take it. For the next element, again 1 I am getting. No, I am not going to take it. Okay. For the second, now it came to the second one. Okay, second is unique, I'm going to take it. Then after moving to the next one, okay, third, 3 I'm going to take it, because I'm not having 1. And don't you realize, let me give you a very beautiful example for this. Don't you realize that set is like a product based company, or product based company, leave product based company. Set is like someone who don't want to hire the same talent. Set wants, suppose set is a company, and set wants in the company that I want the small members only, small group only, small members, not a small group only, and in that small group I want every talent to be there. If someone is coder, someone is designer, someone is something, I want everyone in my group. So set is taking the elements not in the same, means not having the same talent. Different elements they are taking. A very beautiful example I have given you. And remember in this manner that there is a set data structure which exists. And you know what you will realize, guys, that if in the earlier approach, as it was given, the array is sorted, and when we used it for the I plus 1, then the things have worked. And suppose if in the it would happen be sorted somewhere, 1 would have been here, 1 would have been here, 1 0 would have been here, other 0 would have been here. So in this manner, if it would have been written, do you think that only means moving I and I minus, checking I minus 1 and giving the result, was it possible ever? No. So it is and in the set case, what you will realize now, that set is valid if the elements would have not been sorted in the increasing or decreasing in any order. So it would have been valid in the each case. Now moving ahead. So what I'm going to simply do over here, you are going to run this code in the VS Code, or because in the LeetCode code, write the most optimized one. Okay, now you just write in the VS Code that for I equals, again you are going to run the loop for I equals to 0, I greater than an I plus plus, include one hashtag include set, and then what you do, set int s, means you are going to include the set header, and then you are going to write in front of it while writing the code, set suppose n type, and then you write the name. Okay, and then you are going to do key, you have to insert, then you do s dot insert array of I, s dot insert, if this one is array, vector, whatever you take, then you do s dot insert array of I. Now in this, inside the set, it is going to be inserted. Now moving ahead, what will happen, as we are going to insert it, right? Now what you are going to have, what it is going to happen over here, that after inserting the elements in the set, you need to access that element also, right? You need to access that element, and you will, what you will do, that you are going to run in this code again in this manner. Now inside the set, what will happen, that the unique elements are stored, no matter what, it has got stored. So you are going to write from I equals to 0, or set does not iterate in this manner. I'm so sorry. Yes. So see, let me use one different pen here. So set is not going to insert in this manner. So what set is going to do, that set does the things in this manner. I have created S boldness 2. I have created S, right? So I have created S. I'm going to write simply for this, any auto X you take. Okay, auto X you take, iterate it to till X, then up you have taken auto X. X stands for the every element of the set. And when you are running your loop, okay, so I greater than an I plus plus, whatever you are doing, you need to s dot auto, or you are going to apply in this manner, that for s auto means set auto, there exists an element X, and X is going to iterate through every element in the set. And what will happen, that inside the array of I, this X is going to be stored. But guys, let me tell you, this is also not the most optimized approach, but it's a better approach. Means you could go for this also, but there exists one more approach, and I have also realized it yesterday only. There exists one more approach, means as we have done it earlier, checking I minus 1 and all. So that's the 2-pointer approach. We are going to remove anyhow the extra space which we were creating over here. Okay, so now moving ahead, I have already given you 2 approach, and out of 2, 1 approach is valid in this case when it wouldn't ask you in place. Okay, second approach is valid. You could use it, but for using set, you need to include the header file hashtag include set, and which while submitting in the LeetCode, you are not allowed to use that. Okay, LeetCode ones are not fooled. Okay, they are very smart. They also know that am I going to create such a simple problem that the students are going to use set data structure, and after using they are going to simply iterate it and replace it. They are also very sharp, bro. So we are going to do now? Excited? Let's move. Let's now remove this one. Create the space for the new coming array. Now one more array got created over here. Wait a minute, wait a minute. So I'm going to create one more array. Let's take this over here and let's rotate this. I know it would be wasting a lot of your time. It is taking time, guys. So I'm going to create one more array. Shifting it to above. I'm going to create the separate fresh array to explain you this time. Okay. Now I'm creating a separate array. Let's remove this button. Think of the approach meanwhile you think, or simply I'm going to draw from hand. So now the next approach comes over in the here, which is 0, 0, 1. Next element is again 1, again 1. Then it is 2 and double 3. 2 and double 3. So now students, let's think about it, what I'm going to do. So I'm creating a container I. I'm creating one more container J. I'm creating one. So what I'm like, if I'm as from the earlier approach, I have got that I'm going to iterate from I equals to 0, I greater than n, I plus plus, and if array of I and array of j, or I is going to start from 1, I is going to start from j is going to start from 1, I is going to start from here. Inside I have written 0. What it will do that okay, what it can do, see, I'm thinking the logic while solving only. You just pay attention to my words. I'm going to create int I equals to 0, and then I'm going to run the loop. Then what I can do that I can run a loop for, because 0th element is always going to be the unique element. 0th element needs to be stored over here. Then for j equals 2, I'm going to run it from I plus 1. Or I could simply write 1 also. It doesn't matter. You could simply write 1 also, or j equals to I plus 1. And then I'm going to run. For j less than n only, I'm going to run it. And I'm going to run it for j plus plus. And the basic approach here, I'm taking that approach only which I have used with the separate array, but I need to not to use the separate array. So what I'm going to do in that case, guys, just think of it. So I'm also thinking that okay, for j I have run, and now I can apply one if condition, yaar, ki if my array of I means array of my 0th element and the array of the first element, if they are not equal, if my array of I and my array of j, array of I and my array of j is not equal, if both of them are not equal, just get my writing, okay? Because I'm saying also, it's not just like I'm writing, you're not getting it. So if my array of I, so I can do this. If my array of I and array of j is not equal, then I can do that. Okay, for the next position, what you do, that array of I plus 1, the next position which is going to be present, because I would want that next array, next element, which are not equal, then you come over here, means beside me, sorry, I plus 1 equals to array of j I can do, because I'm running looping j na, because I have created separate variable j. So okay, you come here, and then I'm going to compare for the next element. So I have to, then what I will do, that then I'm going to do I plus plus. When I'm going to get this condition gets fulfilled, beside me came a unique element, then I'm going to do I plus plus. Perfect. Now I have got the logic. Let's dry run it. I have got the logic. Then I'm applying I plus plus, means then I'm going to shift my array, the comparison one, to the first element, which the element has come beside me, and I'm going to iterate through the entire loop. Okay, got it. So I'm going to create one variable, and now I'm going to compare it. So now I have created I have created j. I don't need one more variable over here. Let's do. Now, dry running the things, special part. So after dry running, things would be crystal and clear. And you know what approach this is called? When we are keeping one element over here, and when we are comparing with the next element, so this is called the two-pointer approach. And what I have realized now, guys, as I have solved the LeetCode questions, that when the array is sorted, we mostly prefer the two-pointer approach. You could see that when I have not used in place, in the case of in place, what happens, that the only means, just look at the logic, that how did we remove that taking extra array, how did we overcome that, that we shifted the position, that we just brought that new element, the unique element, to sit beside me, that the unique element would be sitting beside me, and I'm going to compare with the next element. So this is the unique approach which in the question has been taken, so that it can get compared. Beautiful. Now running the code, try running the code, let's check it. Now I 0, j is first. I'm going to compare it. Array of I is right now. One more separate array, let's create it. How many elements are there? 8 elements are there. So let's create a space for the 8 element, because while dry running I don't want disturbance. I love dry running the things. So see, when I is 0, j is 1. I'm comparing with the 0th element and the first element. Is my array of 0th element and the first element is same? So first of all, 0 is stored over here, and I'm comparing with the 0th element, means I equals to 0. So is both same, array of I and array of j? Yes, it is same. So this if condition case is not going to be applied over here, guys, as it is same. Now it would move to the next element. Simply it is going to move for the next element. J has become 2. Now it is going to compare. Is my array of I and the array of the second element, are they both same? No, they are not same. They are unique. So what I am going to do this time? I want that my array of I plus 1, I want this element beside me. What I would do, that element come beside me. So array of what it is going to be, first element 0 plus 1. Array of first element is going to become the array of the second element. Now because this is 0, this is first, and this is second. So array of I plus 1 is going to become the array of j. So array of second element is 1. Now I have shifted I plus plus. This is beautiful approach, guys. Beautiful approach, because in the starting I have not been able to think about it. No, That's why I used extra space. Now I'm going to shift this comparison one. The thing which was comparing, I'm going to shift it. I'm erasing it. And now where does it move? It shifted from, why to erase it? I could have simply shifted it. Okay, no problem. So I would shift it I plus 1. I have done I plus 1. Now I'm going to compare this element, which is array of I plus 1, which is, now I have shifted the array. Now it has become first. And guys, you might be thinking now that means how the person would have thought that if the element, if my besides elements are same, then just swap it, then just remove that element. There is no use of that element, and this is the reality, guys. There is no use of this element. Okay, there's no use of this element. If this element would have been removed, and even the logic is that I have to remove this 0 from over here. So I have, and if it would have been unique, then it would have stayed here only, because at first only it has got compared. And one more thing, the array is sorted. Array is sorted means 0. Then the element is, if the element would be same, like 0 would only be there, it would have been stored here. If it would have been 1, then the element 1 would have been stored here, and it would have got compared, and whatever the value would have been, it would have been come over here. So now I'm going to compare the array of first element, and the array has now become 3, because j is increasing every time, right? Now I'm comparing array of first element and the array of, wait a second, now I'm comparing the array of first element with the array of third element. Now I'm comparing, can't I remove it from here to here? Okay, I can. So, and now I'm comparing the array of this element, array of first element, which is 1, with the array of the third one, 0, first, second, third. I'm comparing with this. So are you both same? Yes, I'm same. No, then j became 4. Now what will happen, that j is going to become 4. So I'm now going to compare with the fourth element, with this element. So I'm going to compare, is the array of, right now array is 1 only. I'm going to compare, is the array of 1 and 4 is same. Oh god, again same. No, you are not going to be stored over here. You got disqualified. Move. So now it has become array of 5, because j is increasing. I is not increasing, but the j, each time j is increasing. You are realizing that. So now j has become 5. Now j has become 5. So it is again going to compare, is the array of 1 position and the array of 5th position, are they both different? Yes, you are different. Okay, so what will happen, that I am going to store this element, second element, and the starting in the array. Now this if condition is going to run. So if array of first means array of 1 is not equal to array of 5th, then what I am going to do, array of first and array of 5th are not equal. So I'm going to do array of I plus 1 equals to array of j, means I'm moving to the next index, and 1 is saying come beside me, you are different, come. So 2 is going to be stored over here, array of I plus 1, because array of I plus 1 it becomes array of 2, and array of 2 means this position, and when this position, and array of j is going to be stored as 5th position. Now moving ahead, guys, again I'm enjoying try running the things, hope you would enjoy too. So array, now j has become 6. Now j has become 6, and I has also got increased because of I plus plus. Now it has become second. Now I'm comparing with the array of the second element. Now I'm going to compare with this array of second element. So is the array of my second element and the array of the sixth element, which is 0, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So are they both different? Yes, you are different. 2 is saying come beside me, you are different, come. If condition is going to be applied over here. Then array of I plus 1, it became the array of the sixth position, which is the third position. And then the array of I has got increased by 1. Now for the third element, it is going to compare. And j has also got increased to the 7th one. means the last one. Now it is again comparing, is the both the array same, means array of I plus 1, which is the array of the third, and the array of the seventh, are they both different? No, you are same. I don't want you. Third is saying you are same. Same. Here over, what you are going to realize, that the same properties are repelling each other, like a magnet. Positive repel each other, positive negative attract each other, means same properties are repelling, same numbers are repelling, and when they are different, they are attracting, that you come. So this is the whole dry run of this question, and now it has asked that you return the size also. So for returning the size, what you are going to do, you will realize that 0, 1, 2, 3 in the I third position, means this is the size of the array which I am getting, but as it is starting from 0, I am going to return I plus 1, because what happens that I am increasing I every time, right? That for the next element I am storing. So every time I am going to increase I. Here it has become third. You could see, right? So every time I am increasing I continuously, but I am going to return I plus 1 for getting the size, because it is starting from 0. So this was the whole dry run of this beautiful question, removing duplicate, which is an important question. I have told you that I have tried to cover everything, guys. I have tried to give my best, that how I have understood the things you get in the same manner. And let me show you the code also. I have solved it, like before explaining, I'm a student, I was also solving it, and it got solved. So I thought that I should make a video, like the way I thought, the approaches I took, I should share with you, because I have tried to make the video in such a manner by looking the perspective of the student like me, who is facing this issue, that if they are using the video solution, they are completely getting blank. They are only remembering that one solution, and even not for the long period of time. They are not using all the edge cases, whatever in the question it is asked. So I have tried to cover everything. It has got long, but trust me, when you will do, you will enjoy. So I have taken in the same manner, I equals to 0. I have started a loop from I plus 1, and it has gone to nums of size. Applied the if condition in the same manner. If it is not equal, then nums of I plus 1 equals to nums of j, and do I plus plus, and then you return I plus 1. This is the same logic, and trust me, it's correct. It is passing all the test cases, everything it is passing. All the cases it is passing. See, it is correct. So this was all the code. I hope you would have enjoyed it. Start loving DSAR. Don't think in this manner that it's tough. But what I feel now, let's talk 1 minute. I like talking in front of the camera. Let's talk. See, what I realize now, that DSA is completely related to the real world knowledge, aptitude, in that manner. The thing only changes that we are trying to implement it through code, because how we can, like, don't you realize that this is the kind of aptitude question, that how I can do the thing in the less time, yes, without using extra space, that my without doing this, without doing that, and it get practically related with the beautiful world. It's a very beautiful thing. DSA is beautiful. So this was all for today, and I hope it would get clear. You would enjoy it, love it. Thank you very much. Keep learning, keep shining, and we are going to fight every question like a warrior. Bye bye.